London City, the melting pot of cultures. With its cosmopolitan nature, the vibrant heritage and history, this urban land of opportunities has been attracting many migrants around the globe. The capital city of the United Kingdom, founded by the Romans and situated in southeastern England, on the banks of the River Thames, has always been an affluent and populous area. It is a home for changing trends and innovations across all walks of life. One such trend that is currently exploding among the Londoners is vaping. We had an interaction with Altaf Ahmed, a brand ambassador of Blue Industries, to get an expert's opinion.
So vaping was the something new came to me, and when I got introduction about this, it was a totally different thing. It was replacing cigarettes. So cigarettes, it was again a paper thing. So now it is this was introduced in e-cigarettes, electronic cigarettes, where my management came ahead, and they decided to promote a vaping.
The e cigarette culture is soaring high among the youngsters these days as a healthy replacement of smoking cigarettes. But is it really healthy?
They're asking that they want to quit cigarettes, and they want to start the vape.
A vape or an electronic cigarette is a device that heats nicotine, other chemicals, and flavorings to create a vapor rather than smoke for the users to inhale. They are battery operated devices which consist of atomizer and a container. Vaping is a relatively new trend that the new generation in London is getting hooked on.
And the strategy is basic. We are telling about the device. It's electronic, it is chargeable, and we have liquid parts. We have many of the flavors in it. If you go in the market and see about the vaping, has the many fruit products as well, and there is a tobacco product. So many competition is there. Many people are coming with many more flavors. So yes, adding to flavors, will be telling them we have a different flavors comparing to the other vape brands what we have. So these are the strategies, and we'll be saying that how smooth, how rich, and how long lasting, and how many days you can vape if you're taking this, and the cost when coming comparing to the other vaping brand.
In the month of August 2022, reported that during the last decade, vaping in Great Britain has ascended briskly to record levels with an estimated 4.3 million regular vapers. Among this 4.3 million, 350,000 have never smoked a cigarette.
Vaping. I've never had cigarettes actually.
I prefer smoking vapes.
Basically, I prefer vaping.
Personally, I would prefer to smoke tobacco.
According to the data, the biggest consumers of e-cigarettes were young people aged between 18 to 24 years. This rate has grown from 5% in 2021 to 11% in 2022. Vapes are far more popular than the traditional tobacco products among the youth.
We are dealing with 18 to 25, basically in between 18 to 25, if some people are coming around this age.
Many of them turn to vaping to quit smoking cigarette. But is that the only reason for its rising popularity?
In my usual time, I'll be vaping.
Vaping hurts my lungs less, so it's like it's just better. You feel it less, but you still get like the nicotine.
Based on the latest Ash Youth 2022 survey, the current vaping prevalence among 11 to 18 years old in England increased from 4% in 2021 to 8.6% in 2022. E-cigarettes are alluring to the young people because many of them believe that they are less toxic to health than smoking cigarette, and they will ease the gradation from smoking traditional cigarettes to no smoking phase. A 2021 NHS review shows that people who relied on vapes and expert supports as smoking cessation aids. Instead of other nicotine substitute products like gum are twice likely to be succeeded. Moreover, they are less costly and convenient to use. The young adults find e-cigarettes appealing due to their lack of comparative, pungent smell and smoke. For some clarification on effects of vaping on health, our team consulted a medical practitioner, Dr. Jayasuriya PG, MBBS, MD in General Medicine.
Vaping is it involves breathing in an aerosol that contains several chemicals, including nicotine and flavorings, through an e-cigarette or other devices. Okay, actually, we are initially introduced are initially coming into the market as an alternative to the e-cigarettes. That means the it has less side effect when comparing to the normal cigarette, but it is not a healthy alternative. That's the main thing, because a e-cigarette, but a normal cigarette that containing thousands and ten thousands of ingredients which are highly toxic, and it containing high amount of nicotine and all. But e-cigarette which is coming into market has a less content of e nicotine and less ingredients. But you all know that this e-cigarette itself toxic. So we can say that it's a healthy alternative. It's an alternative only. Okay. The e-cigarettes which are containing the nicotine, but it is in less amount when compared to the normal cigarettes. Okay, and the nicotine in e-cigarettes are in a liquid form and which is vaporized. That's the one thing. Next, it mainly containing another thing called propylene glycol and other ingredients also there. And the main thing is all these are some in a level of toxic, but the content is less when you comparing with a cigarette form. The long-term users, about the more than 10 years of users of e-cigarettes, they will produce lung injuries. That is known as the E-valley. Next is they will exacerbating the asthma, and also they will produce lung scarring, and they will also produce the organ damage. There are many studies that is shown there is a cardiac side of it. There's a important thing, that is lead poisoning is actually means the abnormal amount of lead coming into the body that will coming into the circulation, and they will produce multiple systemic effect. You must know that in vaping and the vaping that the devices containing toxic toxic metals like arsenic, chromium, nickel, and lead. This lead is very important. In by using these devices, e-cigarette devices, the more amount of temperature will come. That more amount of temperature will come will lead to the lead content coming into your body, and that will lead to lead poisoning.
Researches are still going on, and many chemical ingredients in vape products are yet to be identified. From the available research ideas and interviews we conducted, we came to a conclusion that even though vaping is less harmful than smoking cigarette, it's still unsafe. Vapes are not the supreme alternative to quit smoking. They can damage one's heart and lungs, and they are just as addictive as conventional cigarettes. The main concerning thing about the skyrocketing trend of vaping is that those who would have never smoked in any other way are adopting the habit and getting obsessed with nicotine. It's one thing if you switch from smoking cigarettes to vaping, and it is totally a different thing when you start consuming nicotine with vaping.